welcome back to the channel. I'm Megan Yvonne if you're new. If you're just tuning in, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, if you're a new subscriber, welcome to the family. Today's video is going to be all about some things in my makeup kit that are my favorite. So let's get into the video. One of the things that I really enjoy about my makeup kit is that I've curated things that I genuinely like and that genuinely work specific to me. So when I talk about my primers that I enjoy the Milk Makeup Primer, the NARS Pore and Shine, the e.l.f. Putty Primer, as well as the Milk Makeup, their Pore Eclipse. That's what it is. They're Pore Eclipse. I really enjoy those products. They do really well for my skin and they help with the longevity of my makeup. And I recommend them to people because they really do well. If you're an oily girl like me, I recommend these for you. When it comes to foundation, if you've been an avid watcher of the channel, you know that I absolutely adore the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. I love it because it's not too matte, but it gives you the coverage that I need specifically. It gives coverage and it also gives a skin-like finish. It's not gonna look too cakey, so I love that about the product. I also just love NARS foundations in general. They do really well. They have a really good shade range and I love that about them because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna find your shade. I have a couple of their other foundations in my kit, which include the Natural Radiant Longwear and their Light Reflecting Foundation, but I have some other foundations as well, and that includes the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Now, before I was into NARS, I was Estee Lauder Double Wear every day, all day. Now, because I like a different finish and just depending on what the occasion is, right? Sometimes it doesn't require a full dramatic beat down every day, and I just keep that in my kit to wear for like specific things. When I really want to do not a heavy look, but a full glam look, I'm reaching for my Estee Lauder Double Wear to get the job done. As far as concealers, I love the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I also love the Anastasia Beverly Hills Concealer, which was surprising to me because I never thought about getting a concealer from them, and when I tried it I was like, I really like this. So their concealer, and I do have a couple of others in my kit which include the Charlotte Tilbury that has a really beautiful satiny finish, and that's what I'm wearing today. I also have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I have their matte finish as well. So yeah, those are some of the concealers that I enjoy, as well as the Soft Matte by NARS. How could I forget the Soft Matte by NARS? I usually like to use that to clean up around my eyebrows, but I have used that on a no makeup type day when I'm just like, oh, I need to go places and I want to look like I pulled it together, but I don't want to do a full face. So I love the NARS Soft Matte Concealer for that. As far as powders and all of that, and blushes, I have a couple MAC blushes and I have the Juvia's Place blushes as well. They do such an amazing job because they give you 2 shades, so you have either complementary colors or darker and a lighter shade of that within that same range, and I love that about their product line. I also have, as far as setting powders are concerned, the Laura Mercier translucent powders. I am a fan. I've been using it for years and I love the fact that they were thoughtful and they came out with different tones as well. So now, prior to, I was using the translucent because I was using the translucent because that is what was available, but now they have translucent honey and I'm absolutely sold on that. I think it just works beautifully for my skin tone. I also have like their deep shade as well. The one size translucent powders, if you haven't tried them, do yourself a favor and go grab them. They are amazing as well. I have that in translucent and in the deep shade. They more recently came out with a honey shade and a pink shade, and I want to try them both, but they've been sold out. So when I get my hands on it, you best believe I'll do a video giving my thoughts, my reactions, how it works on me, all of that great stuff. Another powder that I have in my kit includes my Micro Smooth Setting Powder by Sephora, as well as my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Powder. I really enjoy those two products for giving me more of like a smooth, kind of even canvas. They just really do a great job, and I just love them. As far as bronzers, I'm a Juvia's Place girly. I enjoy them. And I also have Morphe bronzers in my kit. They do really well, just depending on how deep I want my bronzer to be, how, you know, what I'm doing. If I'm just using it strictly to warm up the skin tone, but if I need to set a contour, I have shades within those ranges as well. When it comes to tools, I absolutely enjoy the Morphe brushes because they last a long time and they are at an affordable price point. So, and they have lasted, you know, over the test of time. I've had some more expensive brushes that haven't stood the test of time, like my Morphe brushes have, and I really appreciate that about them. So, Morphe brushes, I do have a couple of like NYX brushes because they, you know, they just do well. And then I have an old favorite of mine. It came from the BH Cosmetics line, and I have my eyebrow brush that I used to clean up my eyebrows. I don't know, it's something about that brush. It just works so well, and each time I try to switch it out and use something else, I always come back to that one. And I have some others, you know, from some other lines, but those are primarily what's in my kit, and they do really well. As far as liners are concerned, I love the Inglot liner. It does amazingly well with just giving you the smoothest application because you're not doing a lot of tugging on the eye. And I did a video about it. I'll link that for you. If you haven't seen it, go watch it after you finish this video, of course. But the Inglot liner is an absolute game changer. I really enjoy it. I also love the Anastasia Beverly Hills liner. That does such a great job with just making, you know, applying my liner quick, easy, fast, but it still gives me the color payoff that I want and that the longevity that I need. As far as other liners, I love the Hydro liners by Sueva. I love the fact that they're water activated and, you know, they're easy to take off at the end of the night because no one wants a liner that you have to be tugging and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing at the end of the night or whenever you're going to take your makeup off. Also, the black opal liners, they are so creamy. Oh my goodness, they're so creamy and they're so easy to work with. They come in about like 5 or 6 different shades. They don't really have a big shade range, but you know, you have your basics, like you have a brown, a black, and then, you know, like a champagne color. I think they have like blue and purple. So it's not a really big line, but they do really well with just gliding on the eye and, you know, giving you the amount of intensity that you would need without all of the tugging on your eye. As far as lip products and things like that, I love a good liner, and that is, I have a couple of by Morphe. They call them colored pencils because you can use them either for your lips or for your eyes. But I also have Anastasia Beverly Hills and some MAC lip pencils, of course. So I have all those in my kit as well. I'm not going to go into detail on all of them, but just know that they are favorites and they are in my kit. When it comes to glue, I am a Duo Lash girly. I love their glue. I love their formulas. I also have an Ardell, just a regular clear Ardell glue. And I love having a clear glue in my kit because it's multifunctional. And sometimes I just use it as a regular lash glue. Sometimes I use it to apply gems and different things. And sometimes I even use it to set my eyebrows. So it's multifunctional and I really enjoy that. When it comes to mascara, I absolutely need a mascara that's going to do the job, and the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara does exactly that. I have baby lashes, so I need something that is going to accentuate, lift, and like pull them out make them stand up and say hello, and that mascara does that for me. I also more recently found the e.l.f. Lash and Roll, and that does a good job as well. So those are in my kit, and those are staples, and they will stay. Something else when it comes to tools are makeup sponges and the powder puff, the velour powder puff. So more recently, the little velour triangular powder puff became really popular, and just using it, it's just like, why didn't I use this sooner? Why didn't I have this sooner? And it really makes a difference in your makeup application. You can use it to apply cream products or powder products. So I love a multi-purpose, multifunctional tool. I really enjoy that. And then also the makeup, the beauty sponge. I'm so tempted to say the beauty blender, right? But the beauty blender is the brand, but you can have makeup sponges by other brands as well that do just as good as the job. So yeah, my beauty sponge, I definitely have that in my kit. I definitely recommend that to you, because if you're just getting started in makeup and you're like, oh, my stuff is not blending the way that I thought it would, I suggest that you get a makeup sponge, because it's going to make things mesh together really well while you are learning and enhancing your technique. I think I pretty much covered everything that's kind of like a favorite in my kit. Yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything. As far, oh, I know I didn't. As far as setting sprays, something that like I just use throughout my makeup application, I love Morphe, specifically their ceramide, supercharged ceramide, and an antioxidant setting spray. It's in the gold bottle. Well, you'll be seeing a picture when I'm talking about it, but I love that setting spray. I love the e.l.f. setting sprays. They do a really good job, and they are at an affordable price point, which we all can appreciate, because setting spray is something that I use quite often. So you're gonna go through it really quickly, and it's important to, you know, like be mindful of that. Also, the One Size On Till Dawn, I know everyone's been talking about it, and it's probably sold out. I know it's sold out on Sephora, so trying to get it might be a little difficult, but I absolutely love that setting spray as well, because it really just like holds and locks your face into place. You don't have to worry about it. And then also the Charlotte Tilbury, their Flawless, Airbrush Flawless setting spray. I really love that for just like melting all the powders together and bringing the look all together, so it doesn't look cakey or really dry at the end of your application. Those are all the things in my kit that are some favorites. I do have some other videos where I talk about some of my favorites or some recommendations. If you're starting out your kit, just your personal makeup kit, I will link those up in the cards for you, and I'll pop a few pictures up here on the screen so you can see what they look like when you're going through and you're looking through my plethora of videos. So while you're here, just go ahead and watch a couple of those. I would really appreciate it. If you have not already and you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you as a part of the Make Yvonne TV family. My videos go up on Tuesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern time, so subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you're new or you're an OG, just go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Yes, it really does help out my channel and get my videos out there, so I would appreciate that support. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye!